Good morning. Today we'll talk of little interfacing. Somehow many of the students have requested to take up a little on interfacing, the 5th unit. Yes. So today we'll discuss on, just let me see. Interfacing a temperature sensor to a microcontroller. So we'll take up this part. We'll just let me share my screen. Can you all see my screen? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So LM35 is a temperature sensor. It's a monolithical or an semiconductor based, and it is basically ambient temperature measurement. It is used for measurement. Ambient means room temperature. It works fine up till 80 to 90 degrees, not more than that. Because it is ceramic based or semiconductor based, if used for higher temperatures, it will burn out. It will get damaged. So it is called ambient temperature sensor. Ambient means room temperature. Up to 60, 70 degrees, it works okay. It gives a, as it is a semiconductor, it gives you a linear output. Yes. So see, this is how LM35 looks. It looks like a normal transistor, which you have seen in the labs. Okay? And it gives you direct output, analog output in the form of voltage. See, if the temperature is 25 degrees, output will be 0.25 volts. And you should give minimum 1 volt supply to it. It goes up to 5 volts, 10 volts, okay. Yeah. So LM35 just looks like a simple transistor. It is a 3-pin. One is VCC, other is ground pin, and the center pin is for output. And here you get your analog output. Yeah. If you see, as this is analog output, we cannot connect this direct output of LM35 to 805. So it has to be connected through an ADC. ADC is an analog to digital converter. As I've told you, ADC, you have to do analog input, you get corresponding digital output. And there are more two signals. One is start of conversion, SOC or SC it is called here, and EU, output, and one is end of conversion. So this LM35 you see over here, one pin is connected to 5 volts, other pin is to ground, and the center is connected to any one channel of ADC. So ADC here 0848 or 04, it is 8 channel ADC. So you can connect 8 ADC inputs or analog inputs simultaneously, and you get a digital output. As there are 8 channels, you have to select one channel at a time. Yes. So this is ADC 0804, both are one and the same. So this is the pinout diagram of this. Go through these details later. I have uploaded in the MS Teams and you can see them. Yeah. The one important thing of an ADC, we have to give a reference voltage. Now see this VREF over here, and it is given 2.5 volts through an pot, a variable pot. And this zener over here, which is shown at the last, it is for protection. So this zener is 5 volt protection. So if the supply goes on 5 volt, it will protect the circuit. So what is this VREF for? Reference voltage. It is to set the input value of the ADC. Okay. If or you can set it as the output range of the digital output. If my input is 5 volts, I have to set this VREF as 2.5 volts, or it should be half of the input or half of the maximum value you want to be converted. You want it to be converted. So if my sensor is giving you an output range of 1 volt, then I have to set VREF as 0.5 volts. So VREF should be half of the maximum on input voltage input that we give to the ADC. Or what is the maximum output for any sensor? That half value you have to give as VREF. As ADC has two sections, one analog section and digital section. So there will be two grounds. A is analog ground and just ground is your digital ground. So this has to be common. When you have isolated analog input, you can use the separate grounds. But now in this we have got common ground. So connect analog ground and digital ground to the common ground of the circuit. So the input you can give to any channel, and 0804 will have only single channel. So this is multi-channel. And then you get a digital output over here. So how ADC works? First, you have to give SC signal. Or SC is SOC, start of conversion. As soon as you give the signal, the analog input will be converted into digital output. And after it converts, it gives an EOC signal, end of conversion. After you get the EOC signal, you have to read these values of the digital, which you connect to the any port of 8051. Yes? Any doubts? So VREF should be half of the input value. These all details are given earlier. So to have maximum span, you have to give half VREF. Any doubts in this? Anyone? Want to ask anything?
No, sir.
Yeah? Stop sharing the screen and take another interface. So I'll take up interfacing ADC. Just a minute, I'm sharing my new screen. Is the screen visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So ADC 0804, or for that, this is for all type of ADC. I've taken an example. It's a 8-bit successive approximation analog to digital converter. This it will give you 8-bit digital output for whatever input you give. So you can have differential input or single-ended. 0 to 5 volt is the input range, and there is no zeros. You have an inbuilt clock generator. Okay. So this is the pinout diagram of the ADC. So these are the 8 digital output lines, LSB to MSB, VCC, clock reset, and this is VIN. 6 number pin is VIN. You give analog input here. If it's differential, you give the negative to 7. If it is single-ended, 0 to 5 volts, then connect the 7 number pin to ground. Yeah. VREF is half of the analog input that you're going to give. And there are two grounds, analog and digital. You can make them common. CS is to chip select, is to enable this ADC. Read and write. Clock in, you don't have to give, and this interrupt is your EOC. It is called EOC, end of conversion. So these are calculations. Again, I've given over here. You can find out. This is all the reference voltage, depending on what span you are going to connect. See now, 0 to 5 volts. Yeah, if your input analog input 0 to 5 volts. So how much is the digital output? How much bit? It is 8 bit. So 5, if you divide by 255, 255 is 2 raised to 8. Understood? 2 raised to 8. Is 255. 2 raised to 8 because it is 8 bit ADC. Output of the ADC is 8 bit. 2 raised to 5 is 255. 5 divided by 255, you get 19.6 millivolt. This is the resolution of the ADC. So minimum voltage that you can measure with this ADC is 16.9. It is millivolts. Have you understood this? This is the least count or the resolution of the ADC. Any doubts in this? How we have come to this value? What is the input to the ADC? Say 5 volts. Output is 255 or 2 raised to 8, 8 bit. So resolution is output upon, input upon output. Input is 5 volts, output is 255 volt, analog or 2 raised to 8 digital, 8 bits. So you get the resolution or the step size. Anyone, any doubt in this? So example, if your range is 0 to 4 volts, so 4 volt is input, output is 255. Already I get 15.69 step size or minimum resolution. Same thing for 3 volts, 2 volts, 1 volt. Have you understood these calculations?
Sir, why is there that left open? 0 to
What?
5 range. That left open.
See, internal reference is every time divided by 2. So what is the input range of this ADC is 5 volts maximum. You cannot give input to the ADC more than 5 volts. So inbuilt there is a reference of by 2. So you leave this pin open. By default it is going to take divided by 2 of the VCC. But if the input is less than 5 volt, then you have to apply this over here. Understood?
Yeah, yes, sir.
This is called FSD, full scale deflection. You have studied in as a sensor and transistor. So 0 to 5 input or 0 to 4 is called FSD, full scale deflection. And VREF should be half of the FSD. So as it is designed for 0 to 5 volts, so inbuilt it has a reference of 2.5 volts. So it is left open. Even if you connect at 2.5 volts, it doesn't matter. Understood, Gautam?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Sorry, Krishna.
Fine, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So this way you have to select the values of voltage reference when you're using ADC. So again, these are the steps given. So this INTR pin, 5th number pin, it is actually EOC, end of conversion. Yeah. So this three number pin, right, it is SOC, start of conversion. So whenever you want to read any value from ADC, you make this 3 pin, third pin, right pin low. So it will start converting the signal from analog to digital. And after it converts, it will give you an EOC signal, end of conversion. And that is at this INTR pin. INTR means interrupt pin. So you have to read this pin number 5. When you get a low at this, means the conversion is over, and then you read the value from the port. Because ADC will require some time to convert it from analog to digital. And it is in microseconds. Every time it is in microseconds. Yeah. So this way you interface in ADC. Yeah. So this is the diagram. Let's see, this is ADC 0804. This is your VREF. This is VCC, no connection is left open. And this is sir. So as soon as you give right over here, start your analog will get into digital, it will come on this D0 register output of ADC. That is connected to port 1. Okay, it is connected to the port 1 of the microcontroller. And then interrupt INTR is connected to port 3.4. So you have to read the status of port 3.4, whether you're getting low. As soon as you get low, so read this value of the port into accumulator. And then they have given a program. You can see this. This is optional. Port 0. They have just connected an LED to show what is the digital value. And this is your clock circuit. 9 number pin of a microcontroller is reset circuit. Yeah, this all explanation I've given over here. Just go through them later. And this is the program app. So you can try out this. But for this, you need hardware. You cannot do any simulation of this thing on the software. Because for this, you will require hardware, ADC, and some analog input. The hardware-based projects. Practical. You cannot do it on software. Just by simulation, you cannot do it. There are methods, but you have to supply an ADC file, external file to the simulation software, and then only you can see. Yes, any more doubts, anyone? If any doubts, you can ask me now. Shall I move on to the next topic then? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay. Just a minute. The thermocouple interface is visible. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you use this? Yes, it's visible. Yeah. So we'll see again interfacing a thermocouple, a sensor to 8051. You remember temperature which LM35, thermocouple, these all are sensors which give analog input. Analog output. So you have to every time convert the signals of these sensors into digital using ADC. This is the only method. So this interface of ADC remains common for all such applications. Only now the input part varies. You have to take proper care of the input. Now LM35 will give you direct analog output that you can connect to ADC and you can directly read it. But again, what is the output of a thermocouple? Can someone tell me? Output of a thermocouple? Hello? Working principle of a thermocouple, can someone tell me? These are all the secondary questions. You should not forget. Can someone tell me the functioning of working of a thermocouple? Construction of it.
Sir, is it related to the bimetallic strips bending?
Yeah, it is related, but it is not actually that thing. That concept is different of biometric strip. Basically, thermocouple is a
Same
sensor.
strip, one end is different metal, another end is different metal.
Yes, very good, Krishna. Thermocouple is a temperature sensor made up of two metals, copper, nickel. There are many JK, RS type. aluminum. So two different metals are fused at one end. They are joined at one end. If that joint, if you expose to some temperature or to some heat, at the other free end, you get voltage output. Yes, just a minute. Do you see this? What I have drawn?
Yes, sir.
Now this blue is a different metal. It might be copper. Yeah, and this red can be alumina or nickel or any type of metal. So there are specific metals. We'll get all these detail in the net. So these two dissimilar metals are joined at one end, and the other end is kept free. So this at this joint is called hot junction. The other two are called as cold junction. So at this joint, if I expose some heat or if I expose this joint to some temperature or heat, at these two free ends, you will get voltage output. So EMF is generated at the free ends of the thermocouple. Understood? Have you understood the working of a thermocouple?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this joint is called hot junction. So this at joint, this V vertex, you expose this to some temperature or some heat, and at the free end, you will get an analog output. So this is a thermocouple. But the output of a thermocouple is very less. It is in microvolts. So ADC will not be able to detect microvolt. It will not be able to measure microvolt. So normal thermocouple application, what they do, you have to amplify them by using some amplifier, op-amp circuit. Now, do you see this circuit? Okay. This is an amplifier circuit. So input over here, see it is given a thermocouple. The symbol is also that way. These dark circles inside is the hot joint, hot junction. When you expose this thermocouple to temperature, at this point and at this point, there will be EMF generated. And then you give to the op-amp and you get an amplified output, P out. Okay. And then this P out, you give as input to an ADC. And the ADC output is given to 805. Connect it to 805. Same of the previous one which I have shown. Yes. Have you understood how a thermocouple is interfaced to 8051? I'll not explain you details of the op-amp circuit. This you have studied in LIC and all, in analog electronics. Yes, was this all clear to you? Everyone, any doubt? No one has any doubt? There are almost 16 people today in the lecture. Anyone, any doubt? Hello? Are you hearing me or no?
Yes, sir.
No doubts?
Sir, just one thing is ki, how do we actually decide in designing a circuit like this, like so many resistors and so many capacitors, like for connecting this, like how do we decide it?
For that, you have to understand the designing of operation amplifiers or amplifiers very well. Now it will depend First, it will depend on the input. Yes. Now, this is the feedback circuit. If you see here, where I'm circling, yeah, this is a feedback circuit. This feedback is going to decide how much amplification or how much V out you are going to get from the circuit. So amplification is V out upon V in. So if the input is 1 volt, I want 10 volts. So amplification is how much? 9 volts. Understood, Nishan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is my amplification factor or gain. So depending upon, I want 9 amplification factor. So depending on that, I have to select these resistors. For that, you have to study fully in detail amplification design or amplifier design. Yes. And the others are protection circuits to remove offset. Have you studied op amps or no in AC?
Yes, sir.
And you all forgot. You never forget. So amplifiers, op amp circuits, there's got offset output, input offset, output offset. You have to remove the offset. So these circuits are for that. Other circuits. See this circuit in between. I'm circling now. This is input offset removal circuit. This is to set the gain. Now this capacitor, which is connected at the input, is to increase the frequency response or to make the circuit stable. If there is any variation in the input, this C will act as a filter and stabilize the input. We will give a stable output. Now this output part over here, this is to limit the output, the circuit. So design of this resistors and the value will depend upon your application and your input and which op amp you are using. This is just examples I've given you, 10K, 1K, just simple example. But this is all depend upon the type of thermocouple or the type of input, how much output you want, and which op amp you are using over here. There are lakhs of op amps available in the market, thousands. Yes? Nishant, was it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So this is a very different topic. So you have to study this very well to do such interfaces. Anyone else? Any other doubt you have? Okay, I'm stopping this. Yeah, one thing. Good afternoon. We are going to perform practical on ADC and DAC interface to 8051. And it will be on VLab, virtual lab, IIT Mumbai's or Bombay, IIT Bombay's virtual lab. I'll share the link with you. Everyone has to perform the practical over there. It is all self-explanatory, as you have done on DC motor last time. And then you have to fill the feedback form. And this method of feedback form filling, Vinita madam has explained in the previous lecture. But again, what I'm going to do, I show you once again.
So for the previous VLab sessions, can you provide us the links for filling the feedback again?
Yeah, I'll give you. Today you do ADC, DAC, and daily we'll do 1-1. Okay. So it will be easy for
Yes,
you to
sir.
understand. One thing, you can perform the practical directly, going on the link which I'll give you on the website. But as madam said, our college, D.R. Patil College of Engineering, Nagpur, is an nodal partner or a nodal center for virtual lab of IIT Mumbai. We have got an association with them. So whenever we use the lab, we have to give a feedback to them. This feedback is useful for them for later corrections. If you give any suggestion, you have not understood this part or need some changes in the practical, they'll change it. They'll do the changes. For that, feedback is very important. Yes. So to give a feedback, first you have to create an account. If you have previously created it, you can use the same account. Else you can register as a new user. So this document which I'm showing you now, I've already posted on the TE group. Open and see. So when you open, you get this register. Click on this register button. So this screen will open now. First, you have to select the IIT Nodal Center. So you have to select our college. The college number is 153. So from this drop-down menu, you get a list. And from this, you select here C. 153, DFD College Engineering, Akudi, Pune. This is our college. So once you select, it will get added over there. And then you have to give your details. Next, that you are a student. Well, register as a student. Course BE. Then select the branch, instrumentation and control. This is all there in the drop down menu. You have to just go and select it. You don't have to type anything. And then semester 5th. Now you're in the 5th semester. You are in 3rd year. And then after that, your roll number, first name, last name. Then it will ask your phone number, email ID, all this and password for this account. You fill all these details and you register yourself. After you register, again you log in with this new email ID and password. When you log in, you will come to this screen. Back screen. Here you will see on the top, Nodal Center 152. Just check this. And date. See, today in the afternoon when you perform, today by midnight, compulsory you have to submit the feedback, and it will not be considered. And why you have to? And you have to do this, and you have to save the screenshot of this feedback because you have to add this in your ES manual. It is an experiment. Yes, it is compulsory for everyone. So today there is very less, hardly 18. So tell your friends that you have to compulsory perform this experiment and give their feedback. And the screenshot of this feedback will be submitted along with the ES journal. Yes, I'll be not taking your submissions. Tell your friends this. Everyone becoming reluctant. And I'm very serious about this. I'll be serious about this. Yeah. So check for the nodal center and then the date. So it will be today's date, 23/11. Then select a semester 5. You have to select this from the drop down menu and select as workshop user. You're using this workshop. Yeah. After you finish this, add the following details of your lab. From the drop down menu, you have to select electronics and teleconnection because there is no separate lab for instrumentation. From that, lab name and experiment name. This you will find on the while you're doing experiment. Okay, so this will get find over there. So you have to copy paste this from that website, and then there is a questionnaire. Select this questionnaire and give your feedback through this questionnaire. Yeah, how was the lab and all? How was the experiment? They'll ask you. Then they'll ask your feedback also. Do you face any? Do you want any improvement? And then you submit this feedback. So before submitting the feedback, take the screenshot of this page, then of this questionnaire. It will be 3 to 4 screenshots. You have to take minimum 4 screenshots of every page. As you scroll, the page will change. You have to take it. And also this. And before submitting, take all the screenshots, save it, and then you submit it. Yeah. Have you all understood this? Any doubts on this? So this is a compulsory activity. There are only 70 in the lecture. Tell your friends, tell your room partners. Everyone has to compulsory do this experiment on virtual lab and give the feedback. And tell them I am very serious. If I do not find this feedback, and once you give the feedback, acknowledge to me on the group Feedback done, sir. Feedback submitted. I want you to post this message on the group, everyone. Yes, was this all clear to you? Any doubt? Any question you want to ask? You can ask me now. And this I have posted ITV Lab document on the group.
हॅलो सर.
Yes.
सर ते पासवर्ड फॉरगेट होणं चाललंय, तर न्यू रजिस्ट्रेशन करायचं का?
नाही असेल तर न्यू रजिस्ट्रेशन करा, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही. तुला पासवर्ड वगैरे आठवत नसेल, होत नसेल तर नवीन रजिस्ट्रेशन करा, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही.
येस सर.
I think everyone you do a new registration only, it will be easy for you to remember. And do not forget this password. This user and password will be for all practicals, for all subjects, for IA, for embedded, other teachers will be taking. And this will be required next year also, for next semester, and for BE also will require. So do not forget. See, one thing I have seen students, your login IDs for MS Team, Pole, now for IIT. As if you format your laptop or your mobile, these passwords are forgotten. So best practice is to save these passwords on email. In email, put all these passwords, username, passwords, and send it to yourself. Send the email to yourself, or save it on the drive, so you can access it from anywhere. So this should be a best practice. Not only for this, all your 10th, 12th mark list, your LCE, your first year, second year mark list, save everything on a drive. Make a separate folder, important certificates and all, and save all your Aadhaar card, PAN card, driving license. Copy of this every time you should save this on the drive. So not everywhere you require this. All important documents, you have to save it. Understood?
Yes sir.
Any doubts in today's lecture? If no, then I'll take our attendance. Just a minute. Yeah. Now give me attendance. Vaishnavi, Manjeet, Sahil,
Present sir.
Timidhi,
Present sir.
Manoj, Abhishek Bachefre, Sarang Bagal. Anyone you know Sarang Bagal? Sarang Bagal किसका दोस्त है क्या? Please tell him he has not attended a single lecture practical, nor he has attended any unit test. His term is going to be down. He will be detained in this semester. He will not be allowed to sit for any other exam henceforth. He will not be allowed to sit for any exam. If you know Sarang Bagal, just inform him this. I have called him, I have put message for him, I have called him. He is not answering my call. So this is very serious matter. If you know Sarang Bagal, just inform him. Inform his parents. For this semester, he is going to be termed down. He will not be able to sit for any exams. Okay. Nishant,
Present, sir.
Chinmay, Akanksha, Abhishek Ghandwal,
Present, sir.
Prathamesh, Anupam,
Present sir.
Aditya Durga Purohit, Faraz, Ganesh, Krishna,
Present, sir.
Kanraj, Megha,
Present, sir.
Kshitija, Rutuja, Pratham, Shashikant, sorry, Pratham, Ajay, Rohit, Kiran,
Present, sir.
okay, Omkar, Sanskruti,
Present, sir.
okay, Rashi,
Present, sir.
okay, Gaurav,
Present, sir.
okay, Bharat, Prajwal, Ritesh, Vivek, Rishi, Nayan, Rahul,
Present, sir.
Mahesh, Shashank, Abhishek Shinde, Shubham,
Present, sir.
okay, Abhay, Trisel, Siddesh, Rishikesh, Dheeraj, Aditya Sonone, Dujen, Aniket, Priyanka Thorat, Sachin, Kshitij, Yash, Jayesh,
Present, sir.
okay, Priyanka Vasnik, Nilesh, Pankaj, Priya,
Present, sir.
okay, Darshan, Saurabh, Gajanan, Rutuja,
Present, sir.
okay, Swapnil, Mayuri, Sonam,
Present, sir.
okay, Neeraj, anyone remaining to give attendance? Okay, chalo bye bye and take care. I'll be sharing the link for today's VLab practicals. Everyone perform the practicals and compulsory give feedback. And tell your friends also. Everyone in the class, 65 students should give feedback today. I'll put a message in the group also. Chalo bye bye, take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye. We'll meet tomorrow.